As Marie Antoinette once said, let them eat cake. This is Libertarian View, your source of decentralized and distributed information. As ridiculous as it may be, and it's going to be a lot worse, Ireland's Supreme Court has ruled that Subway's bread is not technically bread. This highly delusional decision is for tax purposes only, since bread is considered a staple food which the Irish government wants to keep affordable but not taxing at all. It's hard to believe that the state would try to steer such circles like fashion. But yes, the state clowns claim that since the sugar content exceeds 2% of the weight of flour in the dough, Subway's bread would be anything but bread. Maybe it's some kind of cake or a donut. Well, you never know what's going on in the mind of a state parasite. The truth is that this decision was based on the fact that the bread of the fast food restaurant chain was found to have a sugar content of about 10%. In this case, a valid and beneficial decision to the poor taxpayer, right? A spokesperson for the company commented that Subway's bread is of course bread. I know it seems like a joke, but it's not. We have been baking fresh bread in our stores for more than 3 decades, and our guests return each day for sandwiches made on bread that smells as good as it tastes, completed the spokesperson. The company was also in the spotlight back in 2014 because of the ingredient dubbed yoga mat chemical, which is used as a dog conditioner as well as to make yoga mats. The ingredient, azodicarbonamide, although approved by US Food and Drug Administration, was removed from Subway's bread recipes after food blogger petitions the food chain to remove the ingredient. Many statists are likely giving a stand ovation to such a notoriously dumbass decision, but they are oblivious to their own ability to think. People who rely on the government to make this kind of decision ignore their own ability to make decisions. They are unable to choose the products they want to buy, the brands they want to consume, and the fast food chains from which they will buy the food. They need the daddy states to authorize their actions, just like a child needs their mother to let them have ice cream after dinner. They totally depend on other people's decisions. When this type of state intervention is carried out, much is heard that is an educational measure. But the reality is that laws do not serve an educational purpose. Laws only cause problems by shutting down companies or by creating unemployment, or even by making products more expensive, which makes it impossible for the poorest people to have access to such products. Laws also cause problems by leading to the ban of some services and goods and by convicting people to pay fines. Please take a mental note. No laws have ever educated anyone when it comes to laws made by a group of stationary bandits. In a private law society, the natural law system would prevail, and therefore no harm would be caused. Another big problem of government interventions in the form of taxation and operation of companies is the market's distortions generated by such measures. A distortion caused by an increase in the taxation of something can, and most probably will, result in the dismissal of employees. Therefore, this would force the other employees to work harder to fill the gap. If it's not yet crystal clear, here's a libertarian view of the issue. Taxation is theft, always. Import duty, income tax, bread tax, meat tax, cheese tax, whatever, all of them continue to feed a vicious cycle of problems in society because they strengthen the state machine, which in turn will keep the society on a short leash. Plus, with the excuse of saving the market, the state machine will keep taking on a bigger chunk of the market by increasing taxes and so on. Thanks for watching. This article was originally written by Kid Rock, translated by Droll, and revised and narrated by Baby Yoda. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video on your social network. If you want to be notified of other videos, hit subscribe and then the bell icon. See you soon!